How's it going, guys? Welcome to VFG Movie Reviews, and this is my review for HOWL. Guys, this is a part of our big Pride movie bash where we are covering a lot of queer, gay, trans, bisexual films that celebrate those characters, directors, and artists. Guys, happy Pride. And the fit for this week is we got the Pride Bigfoot shirt. I love it. If you guys could, give us a like, give us a subscribe, help us grow in 2025. We're on our march to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for everybody who's recently subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. Now let's get into this review. This movie is based on a poem by Allen Ginsberg. So the whole movie it's basically shot as a documentary, but it's not. It's obviously James Franco is playing Allen Ginsberg. It is shot like a documentary. So they are doing interviews with James Franco, Allen Ginsberg, and him reading the HOWL poem. Anytime he's reading the poem, you are seeing an artist's interpretation of that poem, and it is beautifully. It is shot so beautifully. I love it. It is very cool to see what they have decided to do with that and everything, and how they interpret the poem and everything. And on top of that, there's a trial happening. The publisher of the poem is basically getting brought up on charges for indecency, publishing illicit, indecent material. And you are seeing the trial as Alan is talking about what's going on in the trial and how he came up with the HOWL poem. This is what we're seeing. I saw this back in the day. I owned this film and recently got this film back because I absolutely loved this film. I showed it to my two friends and they absolutely hated it. There is a lot of penises in this movie, but Allen Ginsberg is a famously gay beat poet. One of the top beat poets. I would say right up there with Bowles and Jack Kerouac, which Jack Kerouac is in this movie because Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac had they were a couple at one point. John Hamm is in this. He is playing the lawyer for the publishing company. We have James Franco. We have Jeff Daniels playing a literary scholar. That I personally love James Franco. I know he was accused of some stuff. He was never tried. He was never convicted of anything, which that doesn't technically make you innocent. Doesn't technically mean you did those things either. We should always listen to both sides and let our justice system sort that out. That is what we do. I can separate the art from the artist, and I love James Franco. He is an amazing actor, and I think in the sense of real actors that understand the craft and understand where movies come from and take on roles that aren't necessarily going to get you popular or a lot of money. Like I doubt this movie made any type of money. It shows your reach. It shows that you want to tell these stories. And I think James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, those guys are the new, we truly love Hollywood. You know, I do feel that. And this is a great, fun movie to watch because it pushes you to, not only are you watching a movie talking about this amazing poet, you are also watching this movie seeing something very different, which with the animation of the poetry and shit like that, which I think is absolutely awesome. And you're listening to these experts basically say that, oh, this has no literary merit to it, so it's basically garbage. But now look at it today. It is literally one of the most revered poets and poetry from its time, along with a bunch of others. But these two particular, Allen Ginsberg and this poem, are revered, and it's a great telling of a gay artist. Again, in a time where you were seen as mentally ill if you were gay, which they're doing with our trans people nowadays, which does, I hate when people say it's all secular and it's all a circle, but I start to think maybe it really is, man. It just keeps coming, you know? It keeps coming. We'll get past demonizing trans people and they'll pick something else. Another less than 1% of the population to point their fingers at and be like, you are not a human being. And because people hate, large amount of people hate and are racist and bigots. And unfortunately, that is the time that he lived in and the time that we are currently living. But this, not to take away from how good this movie is. This movie is good, and this movie tells you of somebody you should know. If you are a young writer, if you are a young filmmaker, if you are a young anybody, you should know who Allen Ginsberg is. You should know his poetry. You should watch films like this. Even the most underrated film, you should watch. And you should love it all, because to me, that's what being somebody who loves films is about. I literally watch everything. I will tell you if it sucks. I will tell you if it's good. And this was really fun. This is why I picked it for Pride Month. I think this is a very good representation of gay artists. Guys, where does this lie on my 5-star review scale? The story is a 4. The cinematography is a 3.5. The characters are a 3.5. The design is a 3.5, which brings our total to 3.625. Guys, let me know down below, have you seen HOWL? Are you a fan of Allen Ginsberg? Are you a fan of James Franco? Let's talk in the comments. Give us that like, give us a subscribe. Thank you so very much for watching my videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
45, so he was only 20 then, and within that year he and I had a romance that lasted on and off for, well, till at least, I think the last time we were in bed together was 66, so that's 21 years. One muscular, smooth-skinned man sweating, dancing for hours, beer cans bent, littering the yard, a hanged man, sculpture dangling from a high creek branch, and children sleeping softly in their bedroom bunks, and 4 police cars parked outside the painted gate, red lights revolving in the leaves.